Order in the court.
I am doing a verdict watch for Maleah Davis, 4 years old, out of Houston, Texas. If you remember, towards the end of May 2019, a young man by the name of Darion Vince had said he had pulled over en route to go pick up his girlfriend from the airport. She was out of town to go see a sick and dying father that I believe had passed away. And he was on his way to go and pick her up when he got out the vehicle to check a tire. And he said, like, a few Mexican men had pulled up behind him. They pretty much bum rushed him and left him unconscious to when he had came to. The only one that was with him was his 1-year-old son that he shares with Brittany Bowens, Maleah's mother. Maleah was missing, is what he said, and it's believed that the Mexicans had took her. So he had also told the police, with a big, huge knot on his head, that he had walked from wherever he was at, which was miles and miles and miles away, but he had walked to the hospital. But the police had got CCC footage. Basically, he was dropped off in like a silver car, so he didn't walk anywhere. So they kind of knew that, something wasn't right with his story. Then there was also CCC footage of Vince, first with the little girl, prior to her disappearance, and then footage of him leaving the house with garbage bag and a laundry basket. At the same time, Brittany Bowens was calling, checking on her children, and he was like, I'm cleaning the apartment. And she kind of thought that was strange because apparently he doesn't clean the apartment. But he said he was cleaning the apartment. Around that time, too, Maleah's biological father, Craig David, I believe his name is, had came over to, see his daughter, and Vince would not let him in. Vince had told him that Maleah had the flu and that he shouldn't come in because he was worried that he would get the flu. So he would not let him in the house to see his own daughter. It's probably because she wasn't there. But anyway, he wouldn't let him in to see his daughter. Also, police had came to the house to do an investigation, and there was Maleah's blood found in the home. So apparently, his cleaning wasn't that good. On May 31st, 2019, Maleah's remains was found, I believe, in Arkansas on Interstate 30. So that was a good ways away from where she lived. They're also bringing up the fact that Aaliyah had been taken away, I think the other children as well, to CPS, Child Protective Services. Apparently, the little girl had fell off a table. That's what the mother said. And she took her to the hospital. They didn't do the necessary testing. And this is what the mother says. And then the baby started to suffer from seizures, where she then had to go and get brain surgeries done. I remember that there was a picture of her with her head swollen. It just was so sad. So I remember that part. I'm sorry I don't have my notes with me and I'm doing all this off of my brain. But I do remember that situation. So the baby had been taken out for, a little while, and then she managed to get her children back. And I know a lot of people around that time was saying that the mother had so much to do with it, but I just didn't get that feeling. I felt that, she was out of town, and I don't think it was staged. I think she was literally in shock that, the man that she had loved possibly have done something with her child. That's what I believe. And I was looking through some stuff on YouTube not too long ago, and a woman who said she was friends with Vince, she said she had told him to put her number under a man's name. So that's what he did. So when Brittany got a hold of the phone, she saw Vince sending pictures of his manhood to somebody under a man's name. She assumed he was gay, and just wanted to call the relationship completely off. And she believes that's why he was enraged and took it out on Maleah. And the woman was saying that, he's not gay. That was, my number. But it really doesn't matter, of why, he did this. The point is, he did it. And he shouldn't have. And now this baby is not here. And we're waiting for a verdict. And, we hope it's a good one. It's a terrible thing that happened to this child. Let's see. That's pretty much all I can find, right now because of COVID. They're not really saying when any court dates are happening, when any verdicts are happening. I do remember, you probably remember too, when the biological father, had pretty much jumped over several seats and got a hold of Darian and whooped his ass. I remember that. And Darian could have pressed charges, but he didn't, because at this point, Darian had bigger fish to fry. Justice for Maleah Davis, 4 years old. She shouldn't have deserved this. She should be running around in her pink little tutu. I shouldn't even know this little girl even existed, but yet we do. Justice for Maleah.